Hello guys, so since Assassin's Creed 3 is still a few days away, I figured why not fill up some of this empty space with some just opinion vids of mine and other kind of story-like things, and just put as much distance as I can from Medal of Honor, because oh my goodness, that was depressing. Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about a certain issue that I have with, I guess the way certain plots are told. And before I start, I want to just mention, like, I have no problem with, like, a video game storyline not being on a main, console, sort of like Kingdom Hearts. There's Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on the PS2, but then there was, like, Chain of Memories on the Game Boy SP, and then there was 358 over 2 days on the DS. That is annoying, don't get me wrong. That's absolutely annoying. But overall, I don't have a problem compared to this. Video game canon plotlines being put into books. Now, I'm not saying books are bad. I mean, I love books. I know, shock of the year right there. But I love reading. I love being taken on these, adventures or this non-fiction type educational stuff. I actually enjoy that. The problem I have is when a plotline from a video game is put into a book, and then that book's plotline carries into the sequel. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of books that do this. If there are, let me know, guys. However, the only example I'm going to bring up is the Resistance books, to Resistance 1, 2, and 3 featuring Hal and Joe Capelli. But the first one was called Resistance: The Gathering Storm, and it told you a lot of stuff that Hal, the main character of 1 and 2, did in between 1 and 2, and it actually explained quite a bit regarding the whole government and what they were trying to do with the Chimera, and it pretty much the backstory of the entire second game, where you actually had to find intel documents about it instead of it being told. And I'm like, why couldn't this be put into the game? Why do we have to waste a book on this? The second was Resistance: A Hole in the Sky, and that had a huge canon point into just the general lore of Resistance. And for those of you who haven't played Resistance 2 or 3 and plan on it, don't, quit the vid right now, but Joe Capelli married, or I guess you can't really say married, but got together with Hal's sister. And it no way, shape, or form showed that at the end of number 2 and at the beginning of number 3. You have no idea how they met. You have no idea how the hell these two even knew each other. But the second book, The Hole in the Sky, it gives a very well explained and detailed information on how those two met. And I'm disappointed because it wasn't put into the full game. I mean, again, no problem with video games being put on handheld consoles, even though it is annoying. My problem is books and video games are two separate entertainment forms. I'm not saying you should not use any of them or both of them, but it's just annoying that you have to go from this video game then to this book that you may not even knew existed because maybe you didn't like books, or maybe it just flew by your head because you were expecting a video game to tell you the rest of the story. But I just find it annoying that people are putting canon plotlines into books that go to video games, and the video games themselves do not hint, or at least, show you something of the canon plotlines that have happened in the books. Oh, so that was my rant for this wonderful Saturday. And so there's nothing really much else to tell you guys besides Assassin's Creed 3, yeah, on Tuesday, and then Liberation, which I'm sure I'll get shortly afterwards, because I don't want to play them both at the same time. That seems kind of distracting, and the YouTube vids of both of those going at the same time would probably be insane. But anyway, as usual, guys, thanks everyone for watching.